The rain fell like shattered glass on the windshield of Ethan Cole's black Mercedes as he sat parked outside the cemetery, watching the gray world blur before his eyes. The wipers swished mechanically, but they couldn't wipe away the emptiness that had carved itself into his heart. He was one of the richest men in the city, a billionaire CEO whose name commanded respect and envy. Yet, as he stared at the lonely gravestone before him, he realized that all his wealth couldn't buy the one thing he'd lost forever: connection, love, a family. His wife had died 5 years ago, and with her went his reason to smile. His son, unable to handle the constant absence of his father's love, had left to live abroad. Ethan had everything, yet nothing. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the healing power of love, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. It truly helps more people find stories that touch the heart. That cold, rain-soaked afternoon, Ethan had left his board meeting early. He couldn't focus on profits, mergers, or the numbers that once thrilled him. He wanted silence. But fate had a different plan. As he stopped at a red light on his way home, he noticed a small figure standing near the crosswalk, drenched, clutching a paper bag, and shivering. A little girl, no more than 7, with tangled brown hair and wide, tear-filled eyes. She stared directly at him, her lips trembling as if deciding whether to approach. The light turned green, but something made Ethan roll down the window. She ran toward the car, her tiny shoes splashing in puddles, and before he could say anything, she held out a crumpled $50 bill with her small hand. "Please, sir," she said softly, her voice barely audible through the rain. "Here's $50. I just need a dad for one day." For a moment, Ethan couldn't breathe. The world seemed to stop. Her words sliced through the fog of his grief like a knife. He blinked, staring at the wet bill in her trembling hand, wondering if he'd heard right. "I just need a dad for one day," she repeated, tears mixing with the rain on her cheeks. He stepped out of the car, his expensive shoes soaking in the mud. "What did you say?" he asked, his voice shaking. The little girl looked up, eyes full of desperation. "Tomorrow's our school's father-daughter day. Everyone will be there with their dads." "I don't have one. I thought maybe, if I pay you, you could pretend to be mine, just for one day." She held out the money again, as if trying to prove she was serious. Ethan stood frozen. A millionaire offered $50 by a child who just wanted to feel normal for one day. The absurdity and heartbreak of it hit him like a storm. He knelt, meeting her gaze. "Where's your mother?" he asked gently. "She works double shifts at the diner," the girl said. "She said she can't come because she doesn't have a suit or tie, and it's called Father-Daughter Day anyway." Her words carried no anger, just quiet acceptance, the kind children shouldn't know. Without another word, Ethan told her to get in. She hesitated, then climbed into the passenger seat, dripping onto the leather. "What's your name?" he asked softly as he handed her a warm towel from the back seat. "Lila," she said. "Lila Carter." He drove her to the address she gave, a small, crumbling apartment building on the city's edge. Inside, the hallways smelled of damp carpet and old paint. Lila's mother, a woman in her late 20s with tired eyes and a waitress uniform, nearly screamed when she saw her daughter enter with a strange man. But Ethan quickly explained. When she heard what her daughter had done, she covered her face and began to cry. "I'm so sorry, sir," she said. "She's just a child. She doesn't understand." But Ethan did, more than she could ever know. He remembered his own son years ago begging him to come to school events, to soccer games, to birthdays, and how he'd always said he was too busy. "You don't need to apologize," Ethan said softly. "If it's okay with you, I'd be honored to take her tomorrow." The next morning, Ethan arrived early. He wore a simple gray sweater instead of a suit, wanting to look like a regular,